Warning, there is a good chance Bitcoin Mike has no idea what he's talking about. Do your own research. Enjoy the show. Thank you. All right, folks. We got Bitcoin coming in at 23,178. Yesterday, we were down to 22,600-ish. Everybody thought we were basically dumping down to the $22,000 range, and now we're back up above 23,000. Folks, it's totally unpredictable at this point. Like I've kind of been saying, I want to stay above 22,000. If we dump below 22,000, I might get a little bit concerned, but right now this is a healthy pullback. You can't shoot up in the rocket ship forever. Eventually, you got to take a little bit of a break. We do have stocks up today, which may be helping Bitcoin a little bit. I totally expected this week to be very volatile for Bitcoin. You have a bunch of, you have the Fed meeting. So you have the Federal Reserve is poised this week to raise its benchmark interest rate for an 8th time since March, but the Fed will likely announce a smaller hike for a second straight time, and it could change some key wording in its post-meeting statement about future raises. So most people are expecting one more rate hike, but the rate hike is going to be 0.025 or whatever, and then that's going to be it. And then we're pretty much going to stay about after that. That could really take us into at least a short-term bull market. You can watch my previous videos about all the possibilities. I mean, I'm not a fortune teller, folks. I'm just telling you it is possible we go extremely bullish for 2023, and then we dump going into 2024, or we basically just hang out in 2023 and then basically go Bitcoin halvening and then go bullish then. I mean, there's so many possibilities. You have to kind of be prepared or at least ready for all of them. But it does look like they are going to be pivoting. And of course, like Michael Burry said, they might pivot. And then 6 months down the line, it looks like, interest rates are back up again, and then we go into full-blown recession. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm just saying that's one possibility. So I do expect some volatility this week, but right now Bitcoin hanging out, at above 23,000. As long as we're above 23,000, I think that's extremely bullish. I mean, a lot of people thought we'd be dumping back under $20,000 by now. So, some people are saying, "Oh, we're going to go back down to 15 or 12,000." I mean, that would take some really bad news. We're not going to just get a dump down to 15,000. I mean, there would have to be something horrific happen, okay? It's not just like we could get a dump down to 21,000 just off like a flash crash, or people dumping, but we're not going down to we're not going below 20,000 unless there's some really bad news. Anyway, so you got Cardano at 38 cents, almost 39 cents. We do have the Djed stable coin, which has released. So after a successful security audit, the algorithmic stablecoin Djed from DeFi service provider Cody deployed on the Cardano mainnet. Since the fall of Terra USD stablecoin in May 2022, many users in the crypto space have developed a weariness toward that particular asset class. The market for algorithmic stablecoins has declined 10x from its all-time high before the Terra collapse. However, this has not stopped Cardano network developers from pushing forward with the launch of the ecosystem over collateralized stablecoin on January 31st. The new stablecoin Djed launched on the Cardano mainnet and is pegged to the United States dollar and is backed by Cardano's native cryptocurrency. According to the announcement, the new token recently completed a successful security audit and was under development for over a year. Djed is a product of Cody, a decentralized finance DeFi solution developer on the Cardano blockchain as a means for new DeFi and payment opportunities. Extremely good news. Of course, we all know what happened with Terra UST. It crashed. It was kind of a flaw in the system, and I actually made videos about this before it crashed, where if there's a depeg, they start basically creating more Luna, and basically they just kept creating more Luna, and they could not get the peg back, so they end up creating like trillions of Luna tokens, which basically killed Luna, and also killed UST. Now, I've been doing research on this Cardano coin and to try to figure out how it's different from Terra UST. So, I mean, it's been hard to kind of find details on how it's different, but it is different, of course, with the Terra UST. Luna, Luna did not have really a set supply, so they could basically just keep minting Luna, and that basically will kill any asset. So I was on Reddit, and this guy kind of explained it. Not exactly. The reason both UST and Luna plummeting right now is that minting burning mechanism between UST and Luna is part of the base protocol, which means that the protocol can mint essentially an unlimited amount of Luna as people redeem UST for Luna. This led to the death spiral. Yeah, I get that. That makes sense. And we all know that's basically what killed Luna. Djed is different because it's not part of the Cardano protocol, but built on top of it using smart contracts. Cardano has a maximum supply, and Djed will not change that. Okay, in cases the Djed reserve value, which is Cardano, falls below the value of the issued stablecoin, Djed would depeg, but there would probably not be a death spiral because there is no reason for people to sell Cardano if Djed depegs. So Djed would just stay depegged until either Cardano goes up again or people fill up the reserves by buying the stablecoin, which would be really cheap in that scenario. Okay, so Djed can only go to zero if Cardano goes to zero, and Cardano will probably not go to zero because it has a maximum supply. Djed's market cap can also never be bigger than Cardano's market cap. Okay, so I don't know. It's kind of, I mean, it definitely makes sense. I mean, I personally, I'm not going to be holding any algorithmic stable coins. That is a tough fucking word. Why can't I say it? Algorithmic. Jeez, I'm usually pretty good at speaking, but that one kind of gets me. I personally won't. When you have USDC out there, even UST, US dollars, I mean, I get you have to kind of use it for DeFi. It does seem like it's a hell of a lot more stable than Luna was. But there's really no reason to hold this unless you're doing like a short transfer into like some sort of DeFi protocol. But it takes time to prove. It just came out. If this time 5 years from now there's no hiccups with this stablecoin, I would say yeah, buy it. But as of right now, there's really no reason to. But that doesn't change the fact that it's extremely positive for the Cardano ecosystem. I think it's going to do great things for price down the line. I think it's good for DeFi. I'm totally glad they have it. I just don't see the reason for the average investor to be fiddling around with this stablecoin. But regardless, good news. I do expect this to propel Cardano in the future. Look at that, just good stuff for Cardano. Massive Cardano demand wall could push Cardano price toward higher highs. So here's the thing with Cardano, and I've been in Cardano since really like 2017. Cardano is an odd bird. It's not a pump and dumper. A lot of these coins you have out there, you get like some social media posts, you got some YouTubers just pumping it. It pumps and dumps and pumps and dumps. Then we go into a bull market, and yeah, it does great, or it goes to zero. I mean, some of these pump and dumpers go to zero. Cardano is more of a slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. I mean, I remember back in like 2020, 2019, Cardano's like hanging out at 2 cents, 4 cents. Then it basically stables out at 8 cents. Then months later, we go into that bull market, and that's when we pretty much go from 8 cents to $2 to $3. So that's kind of what I like about Cardano, because I'm not a trader. So if Cardano pumps 30% tomorrow, for example, yeah, I might take some profits, but most likely I like to have long-term holds. So yeah, it pumps 30% tomorrow, and then 2 days later it dumps 30%. I mean, that doesn't do anything for me. To me, that's more like just kind of obnoxious. I'd rather just see a coin that basically levels out. It bottoms out in the bear market, which Cardano does. It kind of it sets a level, and then when we go into that bear market or bull market near the Bitcoin halving, then it basically shoots up from there. Very predictable. I like predictable coins, and Cardano is a predictable coin. So as soon as Bitcoin goes bullish, as soon as Bitcoin goes above $30,000, above $25,000, then you're going to see the altcoins follow, and that's when you're going to see Cardano make its moves. I do anticipate a high for Cardano between $5 and $10 in 2024, but a lot of people get upset because they're like, oh, Cardano's not doing anything. Well, yeah, it was 23 cents a couple weeks ago. Now we're up to 39 cents. I like these steady climbs, and we have support around 35 cents. Could we go lower? Absolutely. But yeah, it's not a pump and dumper because the news that comes out for Cardano is it's just very stable news. It's like basically slow and steady. Okay, we have an upgrade coming out. Okay, we have the Djed stablecoin coming out next month. It's not crazy news like you'll see with some other coins like for Solana or like Phantom, for example. You'll get like a story, oh, the founder quit. Wow, thing dumps 80%. Then 2 months later, oh, the founder's back. Oh, it pumps up. Like, I don't want that kind of news with Cardano. I don't want to wake up tomorrow and see, oh, Charles Hoskinson got mad and he quit. And then Cardano dumps down to 10 cents. And then 2 days later, oh, Charles Hoskinson made up with so-and-so, and now he's back on the project. Is that what you guys really want to see? Because that's what's pumping and dumping these coins. It's just like horrific news. So I'm happy with Cardano. It's a stable project. I know for a fact it's not a scam. Because if Cardano was going to rug pull or scam anybody, they would have done it a long time ago. And it's just one of those projects. You buy in the bear market and you sell in the bull market. There's not too much more to say about it except basically talk about the articles that come out and the upgrades and the Djed stablecoin and all that good stuff. So Cardano is definitely one of my favorite holdings. Let's see what else we got going on today. Okay, so there was a little bit of, well, not really XRP news. There's this coin that's called the LBRY token, and apparently they were in litigation with the SEC, and they had like a minor victory. Okay, so SEC settles on security claim in the LBRY case. Community calls it a big win for crypto. The SEC was hoping to seek affirmation on the ambiguous injunction after scoring a victory during a hearing in November 2022. But the judge made it clear that the judgment was only for the direct sale. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission admitted on record that the sale of LBRY tokens in the secondary market doesn't constitute a security. The settlement came during an appeal hearing in the LBRY versus SEC case on January 30th. So basically, the SEC admitted on record that the token itself is not a security. So, I mean, if the SEC admitted LBRY isn't a security, then they know for sure that XRP is definitely not a security. Okay, so people were basically speculating. I mean, this kind of looks like a temporary setback in the SEC case against the LBRY token. I mean, this one will also probably drag out for years, and I'm fine with that. So I have no idea what's going to happen with the XRP case. Will XRP get labeled a security? I have no idea. But if it does get labeled a security, that is certainly going to affect other cryptos. Now, it does seem like the SEC has to sue each particular crypto. So I assume that the crypto they're eventually going to want to go after is Ethereum. But that really depends on what happens with the XRP case and with this case. So people are just following it. But I've heard these same stories with XRP. Like last year, a story came out with XRP that, you know, the judge knocked down something for on the SEC side, and everybody said, "Oh, XRP is winning the case." And then a year later, we're basically still in the same spot. So, yes, anytime the SEC gets a negative or gets impacted negatively, that's a positive for crypto, but I don't really see this going anywhere. I mean, we really have to wait until this is all over and we have a judgment, because right now we're basically just nitpicking and we want to basically hear what we want to hear. So, but I do hope XRP wins their case against the SEC or settles, because if they don't, I do expect a major altcoin dump. And I'm hoping that doesn't happen until after the next bull market if they do lose. So, and a lot of people say, oh, you hate XRP. Well, I really don't hate XRP. I just don't think it's all that decentralized. I don't think their use case is all that good. I don't think any banks are really using them. And I don't know why you want to buy a coin that's currently under SEC litigation. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, there's so many other coins you can buy. Also, as a guy who got into crypto in 2017, all those XRP fanboys didn't make any money. Like all the people buying XRP at $1, $2, $3, 50 cents, like if you bought Cardano, you 50 extra money. If you bought Bitcoin, you 20x. If you bought Litecoin, you 20x. If you bought Ethereum, you like 40x. Like the only coin that made nobody any money. Like if I took the $10,000 in 2017 that I put into crypto, that basically was able to pay off a house at the end of a bull market, versus if I put that in the XRP, I would have made no money. So you can't blame people who've been in crypto as long as I have for not liking XRP, because we've witnessed people not make any money. So it's almost like if you have a horse, if you're watching horse races, you've been watching horse races for the last 10 years, and this one horse sucks, and it comes in last every race. Well, you can't really expect those spectators to really think highly of that horse. And you can't expect anybody to really be putting any money on that horse either. So that's kind of how I feel about XRP. Could it go up to $10, $20 one day? Yeah, absolutely. But as long as I've been in crypto, nobody made any money with XRP unless you're basically day trading it. And that's not good. That's not good. I mean, people lost out on serious gains. And I blame the scumbag YouTubers, as I always do, like the Digital Asset Investor, what is that other XRP guy, that kid who does XRP videos, that Dusty guy. All these YouTubers just get people wrecked on XRP. So shame on you guys. Shame on you. All right, Bitcoin's still hanging out at 23,166. Things are looking good, folks. I'm not going to lie. I'll be honest with you. Most traders who I respect, most market analysts, do think Bitcoin is probably going to dump back down to $21,000, $22,000, and then we'll probably rip from there. But that doesn't mean it's going to happen. If you're sitting on the sidelines waiting for $20,000 and you have no crypto whatsoever, I think that's a losing strategy. I think you absolutely need to be in a market, basically what I've been saying for the last year. So we'll see what happens. Right now, Bitcoin is just following the stock market, but 23,166. I'm not going to complain. Cardano at 39 cents. I'm not going to complain because we were at 22 cents before. Dogecoin is up. I bought a ton of Dogecoin at 7 cents, and now we're at almost at 10 cents. Matic's still doing great. Theta did take a pretty big dump. Theta's a big pumper and a big dumper. It's a lower cap coin, so that's one reason I do think Theta is going to have better ROI than coins like Cardano, Ethereum, of course Bitcoin, because it just pumps hard, but it also dumps hard. But I do anticipate Theta to be over $2 once Bitcoin gets above $30,000. All right, folks, like and subscribe. Talk to you later.